guys, yet again, this is the Comic Guy with another video just for you guys. And this is going to be a good video. It's going to be a great video. It's going to be an awesome video. I was looking all through the internet because there were some pictures that came out for Venom. And I really wanted to show you guys this Venom picture. And guys, look at this. Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. Like, damn, it looks really good. The teeth, the way the eyes are looking, I mean, it's looking really good. I have to really say that it did a wonderful job. Now I can't wait to see the movie. I actually cannot wait to see this movie. Talking about Venom, the interesting thing about Venom. So this interesting article that I found in comicbook.com, and it says Venom officially not part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's see what it says. It says Sony's Venom movie just got a new feature spread in EW, and the article provides what we can be considered the official verdict on whether we'll see Venom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I kind of knew that wasn't going to come. I think Marvel's trying to do their own little universe. But Venom is the first of Sony's new film based on characters from the Spider-Man comics, although it is a separate world from last year's Spider-Man Homecoming. It's also not part of the deal between Sony and Disney that allows Tom Holland's Spidey into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It says the little blurb echoes what hardcore Marvel fans have known and complained about. Ever since Venom was in production, also something that Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, Spider-Man star Tom Holland, Marvel's director Joe Russo, and Spider-Man director John Watts have all made abundantly clear. For over a year now, in fact, the only time there seemed to be a glimmer of hope for Venom crossing over into the MCU was last year when Sony's Amy Pascal misspoke about the possibilities, nearly causing Feige's head to explode. It became a great meme. And it actually did. It was pretty funny. However, for those who need a reminder, update, or just more evidence of the clear and obviously above, the MCU wants no part of Venom, at least not right now. The real focus should be on Sony's Spider-Man spin-off standing on its own 2 feet and possibly launching an entire franchise of a darker Spider-Man spin-off. Additionally, teasers of a larger franchise future have already gotten fans invested in giving Venom room to grow beyond one film. Woody Harrelson has teased a larger role, possibly as fan-favorite villain Carnage in Venom 2. While Sony has already announced another horror-themed Spider-Man spin-off, Jared Leto's Morbius the Living Vampire. And I don't know about that. Jared Leto, Morbius, I mean, I didn't even know they were planning, and something I think they're going to go through with Morbius the Living Vampire. So we just got to see where that is actually going to lead to. But even Tom Holland's Spider-Man might make an appearance, even though Venom will never be in one of the MCU Spider-Man films. And that's okay. You don't have to have every character that comes out in Marvel be part of the MCU. They could reference Venom. They could put in Spider-Man, because it's just like the comic books, guys. The comic books, even though they're in the same world, Spider-Man has his own story. Iron Man has his own story. Thor has his own story. So all these characters have their own stories. When they combine, is when they do a crossover, or even when they, the Avengers come together. That's pretty much the only time you see comic books actually getting together. Other than that, I mean, you don't really have to have Venom in the MCU. It could be referenced. Oh, there's a black Spidey, or an evil Spider-Man called Venom. You don't have to. He don't have to be in the same MCU. He could be, like I said, mentioned in another movie. Tom Holland could appear because that is, of course, one of Spider-Man's greatest villains. But it doesn't mean that they have to actually be in the MCU. So that's my thought about that. Sony has just done a new promotional push for the film, releasing a new image of Venom in close-up, which should get a longtime fan amped for more of the Zomboid in action. In addition, Tom Hardy and director Ruben Fleischer have addressed everything from the horror movie influence on the film to the kind of gruesome kills we'll see in it. Be sure to check it all out. Venom hit theaters on October 5th. Well, that's going to be interesting. It looks really good. I say they did a really good job. Another picture that I want to put here, and this is totally different. It's going to be into the DC universe. First, look at Damon Hansel's Aquaman Fisherman's King. And James Wan is the director of Aquaman. I cannot wait to actually see Aquaman in theaters. I was reading an article that DC decided to, and they should have decided this a long time ago, that they plan to do more single-based hero movies instead of trying to focus on a team. Maybe later on to do crossovers, but they're going to focus on the individual heroes. I think that's a great idea. They should have done that from the beginning. You cannot start off a movie with a whole bunch of heroes and you haven't made a base for them yet. Nobody's seen what Flash could do. I mean, at least in the movies, we know in the CW Arrowverse it's totally different. But Cyborg, Aquaman, they did Wonder Woman. It was awesome. I can't wait to see Aquaman. The Man of Steel, they did that. BVS, kind of combined the Triforce of the DC, being Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman. Another thing that I was reading also was the way that Snyder went ahead and took the Man of Steel movie, and everybody knows that he cracked Zod's neck. The reason that he went dark was because Nolan's Batman. You must understand, this is my point. I like the movie, don't get me wrong. I like Man of Steel. The point of Man of Steel or Superman is that Superman is like a Captain America. It's a Boy Scout, you know what I mean? He believes in good. He knows he's super powerful. He knows he could be a hero. He's a real nice guy. Nerdy when he's Clark Kent. Super powerful when he's Superman. They made him look a lot depressed. Since his father died in the movie, he was depressed, trying to find who he was. That's not the Superman that we're known. They went into a darker thing, and then they had him break Zod's neck. That in reality that never happened. The Christopher Reeve movie, they show how Clark Kent was as clumsy as a journalist, but they show how Superman was just courageous, save everybody kind of hero. They should have based it on that. You cannot base another hero just because Nolan's Batman did great, because Batman is a dark character. Batman is from Gotham. Gotham is dark. Metropolis. it's a city that is full of light. It's out in the open. It is Superman is such a the light blue with the red, and he's the symbol of hope, a symbol of justice, and you made him dark. Even though the movie was great, don't get me wrong, I like the movie. I think Henry Cavill did awesome as Superman, but he did not do good as Clark Kent. And whatever is going to happen. So let's see what DC is going to go forward with that. Other than that, man, DC, apart from that, if you guys haven't seen The Death of Superman, the animated movie, you guys got to actually watch it. It's a really good movie. They show how Superman really is. Death of Superman is really, really, really good. So I would actually recommend it. See the Death of Superman animated movie. Awesome. They really portray Superman the way he's supposed to be. But I just got off topic. Aquaman. This is the first look at Demon Hansel's character in Aquaman, Fisherman's King, has been revealed. Though, let's see, the article says, the photo above sees a character standing in the underwater home as he will appear in the Aquaman movie with the voice of Hansel. In this scene, King Orm, Patrick Wilson, not shown, has gone to the Fisherman's King, played by Demon Hansel, that guy in the Trident, and more on that in 1 minute, to enlist his help to declare war on the ocean's polluting surface world. Says EW says of the scene. There is also the Fisherman Queen, Natalia Safran, and Princess Sophia Forrest on the left, and a royal guard on the right, though you can't tell in this shot. All of them have tails instead of legs. It says Aquaman trailer will reveal several new looks at the films when it drops on Saturday during the Warner Brothers Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con. Early footage from the film was first revealed in the Las Vegas during the CinemaCon earlier this year. During an exclusive interview with comicbook.com at a Justice League event in London 2017, Aquaman Jason Momoa opened up about his solo outing as the Atlantean hero. Zach brought me in, Momoa said. He definitely wanted this outlaw Josie Wells. He wanted someone that wasn't accepted in Atlantis, wasn't accepted on land. He really was this outsider and lived on the fringe of society. We talked about him just being raised with his father, this blue-collar worker. His father was a lighthouse keeper, but I probably worked on an oil rigs. I'd be underwater and I could just rip the rig off and just weld. The Aquaman scene in the Justice League is really just a weekend in his life, according to Momoa, as the true evolution of the character is to be seen. And that was when I was alone, Momoa said. There's people that I would save, that I could save, and there's people that I couldn't. The human side of me is that heartbreak of he couldn't save someone, not knowing what with these powers. He was a drinker. He just down on that emotion. He couldn't even get that out. You're going to see that I really wanted him to be that gruff thing because he was to become king. If Justice League is like seeing him at his lowest, and not just in his lowest, but his loneliness that I wanted about him. So when we get to Aquaman, you know why he became that and how he had been put in that lonely spot. And how he was to bring these two worlds together, because you're going to see this ocean world which we just pollute, and how do these people feel underwater with what the land does to the ocean. And this war that is going to come between the two, and I'm the only one that can link the two. He was to do it, he doesn't want to do it. Well, he has to do it, he doesn't want to do it. In regard to the tone of Aquaman movie, Momoa described as a combination of an origin, an epic battle, and a big road movie. In this story, we're going to see a couple different younger versions of me, and even before I was born. So you'll know where my mother came from, Atlantis. We've got to establish 7 different kingdoms and the threat, said Momoa. So surpassing Justice League, this moment in time is his call to become king. The only thing that can save Atlantis is me fighting my own brother. There's a big battle and there's an epic fight. It's also a big road movie because we travel all over the world. It's got that Star Wars quality and gigantic ship and guys riding sharks. It's going to be this whole world you've never seen before. You're going to see him start as this guy who probably rides bikes, works on cars. You get to see him this one way. It's kind of a dirty, dark drunkard, and then turn into this regal king. Aquaman hits theater on December 21st, 2018. So that is pretty cool. The images actually look really, really awesome. If they do such a great job with this movie, man, I can't actually wait to see it. Jason Momoa is such a great actor. I think he did great in Justice League as Aquaman. So I cannot wait to see this movie, to actually see what is going on. Other than that, guys, pretty much what I got for right now. Probably gonna make another video as soon as I see more. It's gonna be a great year. It has been a great year so far. If you guys haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, I don't know what the hell you guys waiting for. If you guys haven't seen Avengers: Infinity War, don't know what the hell you guys have been waiting for. We got Captain Marvel coming out next year, and then Avengers 4, then Homecoming 2, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. So Marvel's doing their own thing. Joaquin Phoenix has been announced as to be the new Joker in the solo Joker movie. So it has been confirmed Joaquin Phoenix is doing the Joker in his own Joker film. I know I saw like an article before that Jared Leto Joker was gonna do a solo film too. I don't know why. This is just the one. But let's see what all the heroes. DC has a variety of heroes that they could actually choose from. Don't have to be Batman. Don't have to be Superman. You got Lobo. You got the Green Lantern. Hawkman, Hawkgirl, Martian the Manhunter. You could have a lot of characters that you could actually bring. I would even bring a Green Arrow. They're doing Robin Hood. Why not do a Green Arrow movie? That would be awesome. I will actually see a Green Arrow movie. Besides the Green Arrow and Arrowverse, it's one of my favorite shows. And that started filming. So make sure you guys tune in next week, because as soon as I find stuff out from the Comic-Con, I'm definitely going to be updating everything that's been happening day for day on the Comic-Con. So make sure you guys tune in next week. And like always, guys, this is the Comic Guy. See you guys later. Peace.